Hello everyone and welcome to Violetta English by Reportage. Do you think is there any danger lurking behind the screen, behind the screen of the telephone, of the laptop, of the computer? We all use every day the social media. We all use telephones, computers in order to find out information, in order to um, have fun, in order to um, I don't know, we use them for work, for different reasons, and they are already part of our lives. What I would like to talk about today is the impact of these devices on the the youngest users, children or teenagers or even young people, because I think this is an important subject nowadays. Many young people tend to use the computer in order to explore the world. In the past, some years ago, things were different in society. Young people used to explore the world by traveling with their parents, playing with other children, uh, or by reading books, doing ordinary things, exploring nature, ordinary but very beautiful things, playing all sorts of children's games, and childhood was so beautiful. Nowadays, things have changed. I think the problem is not only the expansion of social media or the fact that these devices like telephones, laptops, computers are more available. They are available to almost everybody. They are no longer so expensive like they used to be many years ago. So almost everybody or a lot of people can afford these means of communication. On the one hand, but on the other hand, the fact that they are overused is due to the lifestyle that we live all over the planet. Maybe in some parts there are more obvious characteristics of the phenomena, but it happens all over the world. So what happens is that people are more and more busy. Men and women work hard. They even work, they have a few jobs in order to afford the lifestyle that we have nowadays. And this is why they really physically don't have so much time for their children. They don't have so much time to spend with them, to educate them, to talk to them, to find different ways of spending time together with their children. It's a huge pressure in society on the shoulders of adults, because the lifestyle which is normal all over the world at this moment is that of being able to afford expensive or pretty expensive things, expensive gadgets, expensive cars, expensive vacations, um, or anyway, taking all sorts of loans from the banks for different needs. People kind of have to do this because this is how society is at this moment. For instance, a child at school notices that his companions have got very sophisticated devices, or they have got very expensive clothes, maybe, and they tell their parents the situation, and parents try to um, rise to the level of the other parents and to offer their child a better device, a better telephone, more expensive clothes, and so on and so on and so on. Sometimes children may be able to appreciate the effort of their parents. They get good marks at school, they study, but still they want from their parents these facilities. And this is how things, well, go on and on and on and on. And this is how society impacts um, the way a family administrates its budget in order to be able to live up to the level of other people, other peers in society. So, in order to afford this expensive, very expensive lifestyle, actually, normal people in the middle class, let's say, need to work a lot. Both parents work a lot. The father will have one or two jobs. The mother might have one or two jobs. Sorry. And this is how they can afford buying um, all sorts of things which are like trendy in nowadays society. And one of the trendiest things, as I have just mentioned, is of course taking loans from the bank, um, or maybe having a credit card uh, from the bank in order to go shopping and so on. Practically living beyond one's means, this complicates life. So maybe this was a long introduction, but this is how I see the social phenomena nowadays. We are actors on a scene, like Shakespeare said. We play a part in a society, and we try to live up to the level which is trendy or something like that. People are hypnotized by social media, by TikTok, by influencers, especially children and young people are absolutely hypnotized by uh, a lifestyle absolutely like coming from heaven, where the influencer doesn't have to work very much. He or she travels a lot. They have got expensive things on them, like expensive clothes, cars, vacations, houses, well, rich friends, and they know a lot of people, maybe influent people and important people, and so on and so on and so on. And of course, young people are absolutely fascinated by this possibility of being able to get to such a lifestyle just by being an influencer. Mm, well, here it's it's true that sometimes it can happen, but in many or in some cases, This is just an appearance. Those people that we can see in, I don't know, on different social media platforms, they might not be as fulfilled, as rich, and as happy as they seem to be. They compose a scenario in front of the cameras because this is trendy. People like seeing this kind of lifestyle, and they will get a lot of audience, and they will be able to earn some money from this kind of exposure. So they might not be as rich or as fulfilled as we think. Some of them certainly are, of course, absolutely true, but not as many as we think. So, yeah, young people become hypnotized by this th- this possibility of just making it by not doing like hard work or stuff like that. Okay, this is another discussion anyway. I wouldn't like to make so many parentheses because my focus today was actually on the internet, and the subject was a pretty into another direction. So, okay, I said we have this society with its rules, which impacts adults and youngsters and children at the same time. And on the other hand, we have these models on social media, influencers who uh, make us dream and hypnotize us with a perfect lifestyle, like a millionaire lifestyle that everybody dreams of, but nobody knows exactly what it is made of. Because I think some of these people who are millionaires actually they work. They work pretty much. They don't just live like in heaven. Some of them work in order to uh, manage their businesses and whatever they build uh, through their work. Um, in many years actually, because some of these people who are very rich worked a lot in order to get there. They just didn't get there so easily as we some of us might think. Okay, so we have these extraordinary models of how we should live, these trendy influencers, and on the other hand, um, we actually we young people spend a lot of time on the internet because on the one hand their parents don't have so much time to supervise them, to tell them how long they should stay in front of the screen. Parents sometimes simply don't have the time to supervise them, or if they try to do so, children no longer obey them because they are already used to the screen, to the telephones. They are already like addicted to the screens, and they no longer listen to their parents. And here comes the danger. Young people spending time in front of the screen, or even children, because they don't know much about the black side of society, of life, the dark side of life, that there are also people who earned their living from cheating, from simply from infractionality. So sometimes behind the screen, behind some profiles can be very dangerous people who try to take advantage from young people. So this is where parents should pay a lot of attention, and not only parents but also young people, children and teenagers. They should pay a lot of attention, because there are people who are very trained in order to um, earn one's confidence. They are very trained to appear, maybe they say that they are a teenager, or they say that they are a child, or they say that they are a young person, and they try to make friends with the kid or the youngster by practically lying, by practically adopting a fake profile identity, a fake identity, and this is how they might gain the confidence of the youngster, and afterwards they might do all sorts of bad things. They might try to convince them to send them personal photos, for example, or they might do even worse. They might try to reach the youngster by meeting them. Sometimes it can happen if the geographical distance is not, like, I don't know, of a continent, from one continent to the other, then these people who have this infractional activity, they might even try to meet the youngster, I don't know, in a certain place, at a certain hour, of course, under a fake identity, and they might attract the youngster into, I don't know, um, a solitary place, a place where isolated place, and of course, this might endanger the security and the life of the youngster. And there are many, many other scenarios. If you watch the news, or if you simply scroll a little bit through the news via the internet, via Google, via different media agencies, or if you simply watch the news on different TV channels, you will see that every single day there are incidents related to kids, to children, related to youngsters who become prey of infractional organization, or simply they become prey victims of all sorts of criminals. And nowadays, because internet is so present in our lives, um, these people who do all sorts of illegal or infractional activities, of course they use a lot the internet. They use a lot the platforms. They know all the platforms that young people are using. They know how to create a fake profile. They know the psychology of a youngster. They know how to gain your confidence, and this is very, very bad. It's true that society is pretty difficult nowadays. Sometimes it's difficult to find easily friends, but that doesn't mean that you will find friends or people who can understand you better on the internet. If you can't find them face to face, uh, it's difficult to think that you will find them on the internet. And just trying to create a relationship or a friendship with someone that you don't know, you physically have never met them, you don't know if the profile is real or no, that's a great mistake. So this is what I wanted to talk about today, because mm, recently it was like the anniversary of 1 year since the movie The Sound of Freedom was launched in the United States, and it was about children traffic, and it's a very serious subject. It's a very tragic subject, and it is real. If you know about the movie, and I guess you know because it is pretty famous, you will see that it is based on a real story, and that the main character actually, he's contemporary with us. He was an FBI agent, and actually everything that happened in the movie is absolutely based on real situations. That's a whole debate what authorities do in order to stop this tragic human traffic. But as much as you are concerned, parents, children, young people, you can take care of yourselves by not making friends with people on social media without knowing them. I think the best thing is knowing people, having someone in common, having a friend in common, being sure that this person exists, and this is how in time you can make friends with people on the internet, not with strangers, because we don't know we don't know what is behind the profile. This is the point that I wanted to make today. And take care. See you in the next video. Goodbye.